Hey traders, thanks for all the good wishes on making it from Arkansas to Meridian, Idaho. We are there now. We're going to be celebrating my granddaughter's 10th year birthday tomorrow, so thanks for all the good wishes. I appreciate that. But let's get down to business. We have 5 stocks where the big money placed their money in August to the tune of about $2 billion. Now, what makes those 5 stocks special? We're going to find out today in today's session. Plus, the last stock, which is the best stock, is going to blow your mind because it blew mine when I found out what it was. Let's get into today's session right now. Okay, making up the 5th spot of our top 5 stocks is NVDA. If you've been following NVDA, you know that it is up significantly all the way since October of last year. We got a big run in here. It ran up about 364%. Well, is it out of gas? Some people say that NVIDIA is the basically the next Tesla or the next Apple because of its involvement in AI. We'll see if that is the case. But as of right now, is it a buy? And I'm going to have to say at this point, it's a buy if we get a pullback back into specific areas of support. A couple areas of support down here from this low right here, draw that across there, and also the uptrend line. Watch it. We're coming down into that area, which coincides right now with the 50-day moving average. A couple of other things to be watching is our momentum indicator have turned over and are dropping. If we extend this on out, it's going to show that it's going to bottom out about there. And what is that date? That's always a good thing to know, is what is the date of that particular area? Well, right there is 9/14. 9/14, which is, well, sorry, that is not 9/14. That is, yeah, it is 9/14. So that's midsection of next week. I find that really interesting, folks, because what we've been talking about is that the momentum cycles are such that we're seeing some of this movement, and it looks like it's pointing towards a reversal and into a new uptrend or into a new cycle up around that time frame. Coincides with this coincides with the seasonality, recognizing that going into the latter part of September into the first part of October, oftentimes the market will rally from there. So it looks very interesting. We're in a nice uptrend. It's above all the moving averages. Well, it's above the 50. It's above the 200-day moving average. And we'll see if we continue to move up this line. I would say watch it down at about 418 to the 405 level, 405 level. So stock number, our 4th stock on the list is an oldie but a goodie, Tesla. So what's Tesla showing us? Tesla's actually just kind of climbing up this little wall here. It's in an upward channel. It's reached the midsection of that channel, and see it's kind of selling off. But it's just moving sideways. And so if this is a horizontal flag, that it's carving out a support area right at about the moving averages, because all the moving averages are circled or combined right there in that area right there. And so that's acting as a very nice level of support. If we break and get a close below that level, watch for it to come back on down and test the uptrend line. And that may be the place we want to either get into Tesla or add to our position in Tesla. It depends on whether you are long Tesla right now or you're waiting to get long in Tesla. Tesla's been in the news a lot lately with all the reducing the price of their cars, cutting into their profit margin, being a big concern. But for whatever reason, Elon Musk and companies always, it seems, to land on its feet. And so we'll see if that continues to take place. But again, this is stock number 4 on our list. Stock number 3 is, I found this one a little bit shocking that it was on the list. It is, well, what used to be Google now is Alphabet, as you can see. has basically come down and is following this uptrend line right here very nicely. Now we're getting a little bit of a break up today so far. This is Friday what is it? Friday the 8th of September. The market isn't quite closed. No, it just did close. And the price action moved up towards its high, but we're at a level where it needs to break out of this level at the 137 area to move higher. I would say I would be a buyer of Google somewhere in a 135 area. If we come back and test against or wherever the 8-day moving average is, because see how it's finding support between the 8-day here and the 20-day here and continuing up. The other area where we can find support is right against that uptrend line as it continues to push higher. The momentum indicators are all shifting back up to the upside. TSI and market forecast has pushed back up, and it does not look like it's in a hurry to stop its uptrend. So Google, again, looking very nice on a pullback. Now, if we get up into this area here and it fails about the 138 level and then drops back down there, that could be indicative of some weakness. But right now, price action's moving up on Google or on Alphabet very nicely. And I want to show you one thing that you need to keep in mind or be mindful of. Look how this week's price actions came right down into the midsection of last week's candlestick right there. That is oftentimes very common where price action will come and test when you get a large green candle or a large red candle for price actions to test into the middle. And that can be a very great place to plan your trades, to be able to jump in midsection. And then because your stop loss would just be just a little bit below that low right there. So that's what we've got going with Google. As I said, I like it to continue on up to the upside. And so here's the next one. So stock number, this is the runner-up for the best stock, and it's MATA, or our old nemesis, Facebook. Doing a really nice job of consolidation, as you can see here. Take a look over here on the daily chart. We came down, put in a double dip here that was on the 25th of August, and that is a really strong signal. Double dip down into this area here and then took off. But look what happens after that. Price action came up, and what happened? It hit that high right there, or came really darn close to it, of that past swing high, stopped dead in the water, and is having a challenge getting back through those areas there. Where would I look at potentially buying Meta if you have not bought it? A couple of different places. If we get a negative market reaction and the market really falls hard, look for it to drop down into this area here, the 276, 278 down to 276. And if that fails, look for a bounce back here at this past swing low of about 260. On our autopilot trading service, we do have this, we had this stock on the pre-flight checklist, but we were looking for the price we want to pay was down here about the 262 level. And that's the way we work with the autopilot trading is I set up the trades based on where I think we're going to get a good wholesale price movement, or price where we can buy in at wholesale, sell at retail. And I use my experience in technical analysis to identify where those levels may be. And again, I like this down at 278-ish to that low there, which is 274.38, and then on down two different levels on the lower side there, 264, and all the way down at 258.88. Okay, and here's my shocker for the week. It is not a It is not a tech stock. It is Lilly. It's a pharmaceutical company. And as you can see, it has basically taken off really significant volume here. Let's take a look at this and just look at Lilly real quick. I'm going to bounce this back to a monthly chart. And look how that's been climbing ever since, oh gosh, 11/1/2020. And it's gone up about 352% in a uh, over the last 1,034 days. So that's significant. So we're in a significant uptrend. Let's go ahead and draw a trend line down below there. And so that's the major trend. As you can see over here on the daily chart, that trend line doesn't even show up yet. So that's one of the trend lines we've got to be looking at. I'm going to grab another one here and start honing this down. Take a weekly chart. Now, as you can see, the weekly chart, yeah, it's totally off. It's totally off the chart. Let's grab this this lows across here. There's another trend line just to be watching, and you can see that now comes into shows up on the daily chart. Again, TSI has taken off significantly. We are breaking to absolutely new highs with, I'm going to go back to the monthly here, new highs. I'm going to add this, make this the max available data. And as you can see, I'm going to click this back out. As you can see, this 800 and some odd dollars, $586 is an all-time new high on Lilly. And Lilly just keeps on trucking, keeps on moving up the wall. So how do we want to trade this? Well, one, got a couple of ways that we can take a look at this. One, we know we have a gap up here that came with earnings and a gap back above the 502 level. So here's one area we want to be watching. Now, is it going to come back down to there? You know, I haven't got an idea. I haven't got a clue. However, it is extended away from the 20-day, the 20-day, the 50-day moving average, and the 200-day moving average, which is down here. We're extended away from those. Move that. And I do not have any kind of opportunity to get into a trade on Lilly yet. We'll look for Lilly. The thing about Lilly, it had or has the strongest fundamentals of all the stocks on the list today. All the stocks on the list this week have a comp score, according to Investor Business Daily, of 99, 98, 99, 95 or better. The relative strength is 88 or better. And if you know anything about the IBD fundamental rating system, you know that those are a really strong score. And then Lilly, what brought Lilly home as the best stock to be looking to buy right now is its accumulation distribution was an A-, which means it is being bought and bought significantly as we can now. So where do we buy? I like to wait until we either get a pullback into the 820, or we may have to get a Fibonacci down 50% of its move down to the downside. So that's what we have for Lilly. And I would like to just ask you guys, remember, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell for more stock previews and videos that I do on a weekly basis now that I'm back into the groove. And a really big biggie is if you have other social media accounts like Facebook or like that, take the link from my YouTube channel and just share that on your Facebook or your Instagram, well, not Instagram as much as Facebook. And that way it gets more people watching the videos, which I'd really appreciate. And so, the additional thing you'll see up in the corner, an invitation to see our tutorial playlist to learn what winning traders do. So get yourself going. Thanks you so much for joining me today. Aloha. God bless everybody. See ya.